it was, I think how I describe what we were accustomed to is more of a kind of a behavioral modification. Do the right things, say the right things. We'd had enough training to say, yeah, in this situation, avoid use statements and whatnot. But there's stuff bubbling up in here, and that really didn't get at it.
I always had to be happy. That was our thing, was that we were a happy family, and so we always had to be happy. And so it was my job to make my new family a happy family. And so if he wasn't happy, it was my job to make him happy. And so he would be in a bad mood or reacting like maybe had a bad day at work. And so I would be in a panic trying to make him happy rather than accepting his feelings as he was having a bad day.
When Jonathan and I were in an apartment and there was something that he didn't like, he got angry with me. And I went numb. And I thought, I'm the adult, he's the child, but yet I'm afraid. Something's going on here. He needs anger management is my thinking, is that he's out of control with his anger. He needs help. So I told him he needed to go to life skills and found out that the parent he's living with needed to be in life skills. And I was completely in denial that I had any anger issues whatsoever, because I wasn't the one who was explosive and having external anger issues. I didn't realize until probably a couple of months into life skills that I had anger issues. Mine were stuffed, and that they were creating health issues.
You strike up a friendship, but then that friendship becomes something way more, way faster. So, there's chemistry, there's a click, and then there's a relationship that fast. And then just to emotionally bond or physically bond as soon as I could. And I realized now that what that was, but at the time it was everything to me, So that physical bond, I didn't realize that what I was doing in that physical bond was filling all these childhood issues, all these wounds. And I couldn't talk emotionally to a woman, but I could definitely talk to her physically.
And I also now know for certain, I've said it a million times, I'll never be in another relationship like that again until I was.
I think for my life, I was a perfectionist. I had to be right, and I had to make sure everything else in my life was right. And that came through in owning my own company and make sure that's successful, and the pressure I put on my employees to make sure that they were performing and make sure that they were meeting my standards, to make sure that I looked okay in front of the clients. Because if I didn't look okay, then that was just horrible. It was miserable.